It's that time again for the Cepheid variable. I am your referee, Chris, here to run through the fine folks at Patreon and then get you into this traveler action. We got Taylor, Drowrin, Miles, Randy, Yam, Colby, Thomas, Randy G, Laszlo, Hovo, H-O-V-O, Jeremy, Ben, Garth, Tyler, and Nelson. Thank you guys for your continued support over there. And again, if you'd like to support us over there, just pop on over in the show notes. You'll see a link to the Patreon. You can click on it. It's $3 a month. Ain't charging a whole lot, so just help support us, and that's pretty dope. That's all I got. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. Next week, we're going to have an interview with the boys over at Chaos Springs Eternal, so get ready for that, and then we're going to hop into the next arc of Traveler. Just a heads up, we are going to have a little break coming up here soon where we're going to try a new system. It's only going to be for a month, kind of like we did with Mothership. So keeping a little details under wrap, but just a little teaser that we're going to be going back to the spoopy horror genre. So get ready for that. That's all I got. Bye. Works. It works.
That's the best.
Nobody was starting it, so
yeah. No, I like it.
That works.
Boop and piss and pee.
Is that the new Broadway?
Yeah.
Song? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know Broadway stuff.
The sequel to Cats.
No, I was joking. I don't know Broadway stuff either. What kind of Broadway would just be like? It was Andrew Lloyd Webber. It's like piss and poop and pee, and then sorry, he wrote Phantom of the Opera.
Gotcha.
Well, not right. He did the music for it.
Okay.
And like Cats, I think.
Oh,
the big ones. Yeah.
I don't know.
He's done a lot, I think.
Yeah.
He's done a ton.
Phantom
of the Opera is my favorite.
It's very good. Yeah.
Never seen it.
I've seen, dude, the movie's amazing, and then Emily bought us tickets to see it live a few years ago.
Nice.
It was phenomenal.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I'm not a huge musical fan. Like, I know of
I'm
musicals.
not a musical fan, as you know.
Like, I always sing The Sound of Music in Oklahoma because I was in Oklahoma when I was younger.
Yeah.
But Amber,
crazy picks.
like, never... Like, every time I sing, like, anything from Sound of Music, it just goes right over.
What about Dr. Horrible Sing-Along Blog?
That one's good.
Nope.
That was pretty good.
Fuck that
My
shit.
favorite musical is Willy Wonka.
Oh, wow.
That was a
Good
horror
one.
movie.
Oh, like the actual... I thought it was like a
Yeah.
musical based on...
No,
Yeah.
Willy
The
Wonka
movie
is a
itself.
musical.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
Which is also one of my favorite 30 Rock jokes.
Yeah.
When the, what's Jack makes some joke about, or says something about, they're not advertising it as a musical, so people go see it.
Yeah.
We call it Wonkification.
Yeah.
Liz is like, wait, Wonka's a
Dude,
musical?
real,
He's like,
actually.
shh, don't let anybody know.
Dude,
Don't say anything.
seriously. Like,
Yeah.
So
you've heard
fucking
my
true.
tirade on musicals. I hate musicals except for those two. Phantom of the Opera, Dr. Horrible Sing-Along Blog.
Never seen
I
Dr.
know.
Who.
It is
a
a really good
It is
use
very
of
good.
about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Unironically amazing. Because the music's actually good, and they actually care about rhyming, and the subject that they're talking about is actually
And they're not
interesting.
just talking and singing at the same time.
They're not just
And it's
talking and
also funny.
singing in prose.
Yeah.
Have you seen Phantom of the Opera?
Well, the movie, yeah.
I made him watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
okay.
yeah,
That
yeah.
tracks.
I had to
Yeah.
like it for her,
Yeah.
and then I
Yeah.
liked it unironically after that.
Well, it's because like I learned all the music because I was an orchestra kid, so like
Dude, choir kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is the best movie ever. I want Cody to personify the Phantom because he's hot as
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
I only hated it. I hated it
Yes.
when I
Jerry
wasn't.
Butler.
If I when I had a fragile ego, I didn't like it. But when I
Hey,
gained
how
confidence,
relatable. How relatable. you
right?
know?
Yeah,
I
seriously.
thought you were going to say you didn't like me had to put the mask on, but
well, now he's okay with it.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I feel like that's a big portion of it is like as long as you're not threatened by these like super strong sexual male figures, right? Then at least for me, that was a big barrier. It's like it's kind of cringe.
Crazy, dude. You are describing a portion of what the Phantom is going through. He has dealing with this guy who is
Right.
taking this prima donna of the opera who is
17. Groomed as fuck.
The Phantom is her muse, and this guy is taking his shine. He's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I did all this work.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Oh, wow. Damn.
Yeah. No, you get it. That's No.
Anyways,
Jake,
So it's okay to be threatened by those large male egos because like, hey man, I am the muse. I'm the Phantom. Don't worry about it.
I always stop the film before he
dies.
It's been out for like years, so I don't care if I spoil it. I always stop the film before he dies at the end, and they're like running through the sewers.
Excuse me, spoilers.
I don't care.
I didn't know that.
It's been out for decades. I don't care.
Yeah.
I think
and then
longer than a decade.
decades. I said decades.
I had a friend get mad at me for spoiling Game of Thrones when he was like, "You read the fucking books."
Oh yeah, I think after a certain amount of time, it's not your fault. But then, like, I stopped the film, and then I'm like, okay, Raoul doesn't come from anywhere. He doesn't whisper. Like, they just run off together, and they're happy, and that's the end. That's the end of the movie.
Okay.
And I also stopped Moulin Rouge before she dies of tuberculosis.
Oh, I thought you would say just you stop it when you start it because it's terrible.
No.
That is a really good one too.
I do like.
I've never seen it.
You're tripping.
I've never seen it. I've just been a shit talk.
It's a good movie.
You're so matter of fact about these things. It's
I know.
hilarious.
That's what's fun. We went and saw my nephew do his orchestra. He's got like a orchestra thing, and it's the only time
Like a school orchestra.
Yeah, and it's the only time I've ever
runs
gone.
the Seattle Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah, he does. He's really talented. So we go there, and it's the only time I've ever been to one of those things where I knew one of the songs.
Nice,
because they did
That's a good
Ghost Riders
feeling.
in the Sky.
Aw.
I'm like, are they fucking doing orchestra Johnny Cash?
Yeah.
They were the best sound. There was like there was a middle school group. No, there was elementary and 2 middle schools, and they were the best sounding.
Wow.
Like I get like elementary, they're still learning. I'm not going to shit on the kids. Like they did their best. They did Hot Cross Buns. It was a good rendition of Hot Cross Buns.
Yeah.
But then like they did Ghost Riders in the Sky and The Tempest, and I remember The Tempest. I just couldn't get the name of it right away.
Yeah.
And the other one was their poop. They were not good, but it's cool. I was like, all right, I finally feel like I know something.
What does your nephew play?
Plays the clarinet.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
So yeah,
I feel like they're all tough, but
yeah.
clarinet
I
seems
mean, reading
really
music
cool.
alone is tough. Like, I can't fucking do that.
No, that's
So
insane.
never been able to. That's why I played shitty punk music where I just needed 4 chords and I just had to play really fast.
That's why I was a drummer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why I sang. Is
Oh,
because
yeah.
with sheet music, you just have to follow it up and down.
That's basically what you do with every instrument, but I get it.
But yeah, I mean,
but
with
I always
voice,
figured I would have to match it to the thing.
Yeah.
And I don't need to.
half of the
okay.
pain has gone away because you can just modulate your voice without
Yeah.
without
I
trouble.
don't. Yeah, you don't have to think about what
Exactly.
note.
It's very true.
I play instruments. But I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yeah. I play scrapey stick for Aerosmith.
I also play triangle.
There you go.
I played the trash can lid.
Yeah.
Stomp.
Slipknot.
Oh,
Yeah, and well, I also did a few sessions for Stomp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you played triangle.
Yeah, well, not for Slipknot.
Yeah,
For Stomp. I played Triangle for Stomp.
Trash can lid is also
Yeah.
Cody's pet name for me.
Oh, there you go.
He has a white mask on. He's like, "Come here, trash can."
And I'm like, oh baby.
I don't fucking like this.
This went off a tangent.
You went down it.
Yep.
You fed into
I
it.
love it. Dude. I love the ADHD. Just leaning into it. It feels
That's
so
good.
I like it. I appreciate it.
I do too. We open up. You all in this sterile room. You've agreed to stay here for an indeterminate amount of time. Now, you might take umbrage with how long they're going to keep you here because you don't know how long it is.
We don't know yet. Yeah.
But you're like, hey, a day or two, yeah, I'm cool with that.
sure.
Anything after that,
I'm gonna
I
start
might not be.
throwing shit in people's faces.
Are you a fucking monkey? Like,
Been
Don't
here 20
corner
minutes.
me.
She's already chimping out.
Yeah, dude. Oh shit, she's chimping.
Don't corner me.
Yeah.
I will throw my shit.
is that a Toots
That's
like
a
defense
Meescha
mechanism, or is
Yeah,
that a
yeah.
Rodgers thing that she learned?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a Rodgers family
Rodgers
hereditary
family
trait. Yeah.
Thing. What a thing to be known for
Yeah,
as a family.
Because I don't see Astartes doing that, but
Oh, she does it the most.
She takes someone else's shit.
Yeah.
And then she throws it.
Think potato cannon, but with shit.
She has been tainted by chaos.
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
She's tainted.
She is.
Tainted.
It happens to everybody. She's a heretic. You gotta purge them.
Filthy Xenos.
Filthy fucking Xenos.
Damn.
So we see as this unfolds, you guys are led out of this space, and you are led into the medical bay, where you are all basically given your own room. I wouldn't call it a prison cell, but it is very prison cell-esque. There's a bed for you.
It ain't not a prison cell.
It ain't not a prison cell, but you're not in a prison.
What the hell? Why don't we get a fancy just apartment living space?
Well, because it would keep you all
those prisoners in.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe I can broker that.
Is Jedt forced to be in there with us?
Great question.
For the first day,
Yeah.
until they can scan him,
Scan me, yeah.
because they don't know.
They make us wait before they scan us?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they get you
scan
into the
me
room
now.
and then they're going to, like, one by one start this process. They got to get machines run up. It takes a while. Get everything spooled. They got to figure out exactly where they want to go.
Okay.
While we wait, I broker for a deck of cards.
They don't want to infect the cards.
I feel like Toots would already
broke.
have a deck of
Oh
cards
yeah,
on
you
there.
do. All right, let's play Egyptian.
I
Roulette.
feel
Well,
like
you're all in a separate room. Like, you all are in your own individual
what?
rooms. They're
Yeah.
not giving
Come
you.
on, what the fuck?
You're all
I'm
separated.
not gonna fucking
Okay.
riot.
Bullshit.
Aw. Do we have her cum still?
Yeah, they take our naked.
We're just smearing
Yeah,
shit
what
all
am
over
I
our
wearing?
bodies.
Probably they would
Something
probably.
slinky.
Everyone loves a slinky.
It's very silky. Feels good.
Slinky, go slinky, go.
Cody just aged himself.
Yep. Dog.
Mm-hmm.
We already went over. You guys already said 88.
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah.
87.
Joke
Like,
ruined.
they already
All
went through.
Anyways, are we naked?
Do you want to be naked?
Is Toot chimping?
She's already established.
To be doing whatever you like. Xander is just nice and calm, sitting.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think
takes a nap.
they would take you in there in your suit, and whether or not you want to take your suit off or not, that's up to you. So you are sitting in a room, each of you by yourself, separated from the others. If you ask for a deck of cards, they will give you a deck of cards for solitaire.
But we
For
have
solitary solitaire.
But we have our suits and our helmets.
Yes, they
so
will
we
give you
can
those.
talk to each other.
Yeah, I think they would. They're not going to. I mean, like I said, they're not. Be like, no, you can't fucking talk to each other. So yeah, they're more than welcome to. You guys can talk to each other through.
Why
the
do you
suits.
need to isolate us?
Because part of the program, you need to check. Can't keep you all together. We want to separate it out. That way, maybe they do a separate test on him, and they do a separate test on Toots, and they can see the differences. Because if you're all together and you're intermingling,
That is another thing.
so
If they say the words "the program," that's part of the program. I don't know if they do or not.
that was just me saying
Okay.
that part.
Yeah.
If they use any verbiage like that that implies this is systematic in any way, Blex would want to know what are the retinue of tests that are going to be done.
Sure.
He doesn't have any objection to him. He just wants
Right.
to
No,
know
I'm with you.
like
Yeah.
if
So
there
that's
is any sort of
And-
like formalized paperwork that he can
Sure.
see.
Going for you. And so I think going back to what you had asked in the previous episode about your good buddy Brent going through the paperwork and
Yeah.
everything, you are not considered property. You yourself are not considered property of the
But I just want to make sure that they
the ship directed when the ship transported the stuff there that was considered, but once the goods are offloaded, then the rights and everything reverts back to you guys. But there's nothing in there saying you are property of the Prime Dominion.
But I just want to make sure that they do or do not have the legal jurisdiction to hold me here.
Right. I don't think that would be in this paperwork because you guys just signed a contract to deliver goods and back.
Then I would just have
So-
Brent try to find that information
Sure.
for me.
Yeah, gotcha. There might be like a bylaws above that
Right.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Part of being like in the Dominion itself.
Right. Being on this ship and
But
taking
just-
a room.
I mean, it's
it's our terms
I
and
imagine
conditions.
it's sort of like you're within the bounds of the United States of America. You are subject to the laws.
I mean,
of
they
the
didn't
United
have a
States.
sign like a
the
waiver
Dominion.
or a contract when we elected to help them, right? Like a
No. No.
end
you guys-
user license
yeah.
agreement.
Just go ahead and sign your name and
Yeah,
ULA.
ULA. If you want
You
to
guys
play
actually
this game,
can't talk about this.
yeah.
No one's supposed to know we're out
Exactly.
here.
So yeah, if we signed that, then we would obviously have looked it over, but we didn't.
Right.
So.
No, there was nothing like that. So you guys, so to your point, you guys are probably in there about an hour by yourselves. Eventually, Sarah or another medical assistant comes up to you guys and just kind of goes over like, okay, here's what we need to perform on you to make sure everything's good. We're going to need to do a CT scan to check out your brain. again, we want to make sure that there's no whatever this thing. It's obviously done something to your brain. So we want to be able to take a look at that and make sure the what did I say it was called? The scan?
CT scan?
No, not the CT scan. The area of your brain that controls it, the Wernicke's area of your brain. There's nothing abnormal there. We just want to see how this thing is
I
connected.
would come back and go, bad news. You all have massive tumors.
Huge tumors in the Wernicke's.
Obviously, we want to just do a body scan as well. Of your organs, make sure everything's clear there.
Yeah, just check us out.
Blood samples, stool samples. Like,
I think Toots already has one ready for you.
you can have it now.
Just check the top of the toilet tank.
I think
Do an upper decker.
Yeah.
one day I would leave an upper decker.
Yeah.
Satisfied in life.
Just need to find an enemy good enough to deserve such a thing. Yeah.
It's coming for you, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Get in that White House.
If I ever get in that White House, I swear to God.
It's going to be the brown house from up
Ain't going to be white when I leave.
Mm-hmm.
There's shit on the walls.
What movie is that from?
Dumb and Dumber 2.
Dumb and Dumber 2. That's right.
That's so
Dumb and
good.
Dumber 2 is
Just like a 5-minute scene of that guy. I forget
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. Just like, there's shit just on the walls, on the floor. Oh my God, there's shit's on the ceiling.
Because that wasn't Dumb and Dumber where they were played the younger version, where it was like the younger version.
No, it wasn't
how
the
they
younger
met.
version, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So yeah, sorry.
I think it was Dumb and Dumber
It was the young, the
Yes.
Dumber, yeah.
Gotcha.
Which is also good.
I haven't seen that one. I only saw the one time in theaters.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe that'd be a rewatch.
okay. Good to know. I'll put it on the list.
There you go.
It's right after Next Generation. How many seasons of Next Generation are there?
There's a lot.
9, I think.
Okay.
There you go.
Sounds right.
The fuck did I sign myself up
But it's like a really consumable. I think they're all 22 minutes.
Okay,
Like,
cool.
I think they're multi-part
Oh, they're
short
like 45. I
episodes.
thought they were like 45 minutes.
Are they full hours?
Yeah.
I love if you could visualize the theater of the mind for our listeners as it's like immersed in our cell, and then all of a sudden it just like goes back into like us shooting the shit. Like we constantly are like,
Oh, yeah.
which is a feature, not a bug, but it's also like hilarious that like people
We've
are
always
immersed.
said this is an actual. We try to do a best representation of our table.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very much how we are.
Honestly, if you can't keep up,
Yeah,
quit
yeah.
fucking listening.
Exactly. We're keeping on your toes. It's good stuff.
Exactly. So yeah, the retinue of stuff. Yeah. So you learn they're going to do CT scans. Going to be a big one. They're going to take your blood, stool samples. They're going to scan all your organs, make sure everything's good there. And they just want to watch you and see if anything, like test your reflexes, those kind of things. Just full like a
Superhuman.
physical of sorts. So they're like, just get cozy today. We'll give you guys maybe an hour or so where you guys can just be amongst yourselves, like in a sealed room. But we're going to require you all to have suits on. So
It is prison.
We don't want you. Yeah, you'll have a little break.
Where you get time in the
Like
yard.
a yard time? Yeah.
It's not a yard. There's just going to be an open area.
Is there a handball court?
Do you want to have handball?
Yeah, well, if I'm fucking in prison, yeah.
Can we stomp the yard?
Can I have a book?
Let me roll. I got to roll for handball first. No, there's no handball.
Dude.
No.
Place is a fucking prison.
It's like
Planet bullshit.
maximum security.
Yeah. Toot's gonna do a rendition of Save the Last Dance. What was her name? That did the that shitty dance from Save the Last Dance. What was her name?
Julia
Styles. Yeah. She's
never
just
seen
gonna
that
start
movie,
doing
so.
that, and she's just gonna be like, "You inspired yet, Juilliard?"
Damn.
Oh, God.
It was such a bad dance. It's very memeable.
There you go.
I've never seen the movie. Okay.
Oh, you don't have to. You don't have to.
I
She
wasn't,
like
but
did
I
a
wasn't,
super
yeah.
shitty dance at the end, and she's supposed to be like the super talented Juilliard audition
Okay.
student, and it's just like white lady dancing.
That's right.
Just so bad.
Okay.
And everyone just makes fun of it because it's that bad, but she's supposed to be like inspiring, doing like an urban / ballet audition, like very out of the norm. And she's like bringing the two societies, cultures together into one. And
Some white savior shit.
it is a little bit, yeah.
cool.
Very Sandra Bullock, one might say.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Well,
There you
all right. Now I know more. Get me a little star above my head.
The more you know.
Yeah, it's if you want to laugh, watch it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think like necessarily. I think they'll give you guys like a common space, so you guys will each have your room, and they'll let you guys in the common space. But they
Yeah.
request that you have a suit on the entire time.
Checkers.
Like, like you guys are together, just to keep from any sort of cross contamination.
Right.
Fair.
Obviously
Makes sense.
for your friends, and then Jedt. Once they have you clear, you're going to be free to go and that kind of stuff.
Sounds
So
good.
He just hops in his Cascade Andromeda and then just is like,
Yeah.
peace.
I'll be like,
And
see
then
you, space cowboy.
3 of you roll up new characters. And so we see day 1, the smash cut of them doing these tests. Has anybody ever gotten a CT scan?
Yeah.
No, I never-
You ever had the stuff injected in you?
What is that stuff called?
So they
Tracer
get an
liquid or
ink.
something?
Are we
and
drinking
they-
the ink or are they injecting
No, they
it?
inject it
Okay,
into you.
'cause
They
there's
put a little
two.
vein in, and they put a little baggie of ink into you, and then your body feels really warm.
Yeah.
It's
I've heard
kind of
it-
odd feeling.
I've
Tastes
heard that
metallic.
it makes you feel like you pissed your pants.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though
does.
like you haven't, it just feels
It's like your
you're-
whole body pissed its pants.
Yeah.
Wild.
Like everything is just warm.
they
I
have to
feel
warm
like when
you.
they try to inject Toot, like the technician that's injecting the ink, she just like watches him, and then he's like really like timid, and then she just like barks all of a sudden at him. It's
She
like,
DMX?
God, dude.
it just makes him jump.
She wants him to miss your vein.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, while he's
Don't
in the
miss.
needle.
Don't miss. Yeah.
This is definitely the behavior of somebody who's been contaminated by some alien thing. She's suddenly barking. You're not helping us.
She don't care. She don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
She didn't want you to tell anyone anyway.
Fuck the police, says Toots.
So it's like this really warm sensation comes over your body after like half an hour, and then they put you into these big, large machines. So if any of your characters are claustrophobic, they probably have a little bit of a tough time going in there.
And the machine talks to you too.
It
That's
does.
always weird. It's
And then
like
they- yeah.
breathe in deeply.
Yeah, they put little headphones to to knock out the music. At least mine did. I got to listen to
Yeah.
CCR a lot, so I was pretty stoked on that.
Yeah, it's always like a weird mix.
Yeah.
There's like random shit they have.
Yeah, like what station you want to listen to? I was like, I don't. What are my choices?
Yeah, dude.
And they're like rock, R&B, oldies. I'm like, I guess we'll just go. We'll go rock. That works.
Give me radiologist mix number 2.
Yeah. And so you sitting there for the machine for indeterminate. Like usually, I think mine took like an hour-ish for my head when they did my head. Maybe it was like
damn.
45 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was weird. And then I had to go back and do it again. That was even funner.
Yeah.
Fun.
I would like to do that. Like, it's like you would love to do your entire body just to like make, dude, because all the insights, man. Like, why not? Like, a lot of shit goes unfound. Like,
I know. My favorite part was they did the scan, and then they come back like, "Hey, we got to do the scan again." Like they want to focus more on the because I was trying to figure out what was up in my ear. Like we need to focus. We want to get like a better, clearer picture. I'm like, "Yeah, man, cool. It's still in my blood." Like I worked at the hospital at the time, so I just popped over like
wow.
literally the building next door to me,
wow.
and I did it again. But they're like, "You got some dark spots on your brain."
Jesus.
I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Is that
just
good or bad?"
Mustard.
Like that's bad. Like that means like you might have like brain damage. It's like I used to headbutt a shit like when I was younger
Jesus.
a lot, and like that would explain it.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
don't headbutt stuff. I'm like,
Yep.
No.
I got to that point. We're there.
See, I'm always jealous because when I had mine, it was about 20 minutes, and I had to lay face. Well, it was. I call it the torpedo. So you're like stomach down, but then they had to have my head like on a pillow
man.
because they had to do my sinuses for my nose
Gotcha.
surgery. And it was about 20 minutes like that. It was just like torpedoing in and out of this machine where they had to get like all the angles and everything. And then every other person that I've talked to that have had this surgery, they're like, yeah, they just laid us down and they like it was comfortable and everything. Like, why was I torpedoed in and out of this like a dildo? Like,
Because they could try. They were trying to do new technique.
it was very uncomfortable after like 5 minutes. I just
sure.
wanted to like move, and they're like,
Damn.
stay still.
Don't fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Breathe
So,
deeply.
You guys go through that. So the
Yes.
4 of you
Yes.
each go through this one at a time. Obviously, they're taking your blood, doing the samples. Probably take stool samples, urine samples. So
How they get those if it's not willing? Just joking. I'm joking.
I mean,
Oh, they'll get them.
yeah.
Yeah.
There we are. They got the. We already talked about the drone butt plug. So
Yeah.
they're gonna
Yeah,
get
it
that
is.
guy in there.
It is canonical.
Yeah, it's canonical. And then you see these 2 little sizers come out, pinch off something, and pull out.
Sex gonna take it from you.
I love it.
I don't. I don't like that we had to
No.
go there, but we did, and now it's on record. So yeah, first day goes by. Everything. At the end of the day, they come back and have a conversation with everybody. Probably, yeah. I would say your results are pretty quick, if I remember correctly. I think I got mine that same day. But
And this is the future. Yeah, it's the future. They can do it quick.
Well, yeah.
They're like, it's going to take about 5 weeks.
Yeah, we got to send it off to a lab.
Yeah.
That's got so we got to send the results off in a ship. It's got to come back. So.
Send it to insurance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But now it's just like ChatGPT is like, you got some dark spots on your brain.
Yeah.
With an elephant in there.
Yeah.
You have a small elephant in there.
There's a dead worm in your brain.
Jesus Christ.
Your brain
Fuck
is
that.
full of wine?
Yeah.
Jedt, you're good.
Nice.
Nothing comes back abnormal.
All right. Peace.
Oh, gosh.
You're good. You are free
Yeah.
to return to the ship.
Yep. As I leave, I'm just like skill issue, and I just like.
Just get good.
Yeah, exactly.
And so they obviously like let you out. They still have you keep the suit on, and then they get you into a kind of like decontamination room. They have you take the suit off,
Yep.
and then you put it like into this bin, and then they let you leave. And obviously they're just like, please don't take any offense to this. We need to be safe, precaution. If you guys picked up anything, we need to make sure it doesn't spread to anybody else in here.
That's totally fine, and I just make sure, like, cool. Now that we're talking, and hopefully I'm talking to the main lady. I'm just like, so no invasive testing though, right? No biopsies, none of that shit. Yeah.
I mean, if something's found, we're gonna have to talk about
okay.
that. But
all right. Well, then,
as of right now, nothing's been found.
yeah. Again, transparency. Will you let me know before that happens so we can discuss?
Are you their legal representative?
I'm the one that's not currently.
Are you married to them?
I'm one. They're my. It's my ship that arrived here, and they are technically my crew. Does that make sense?
They're connected through spacecraft.
He's our captain.
In a way of speaking.
He can. I feel like he can legally represent us as our captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, or perform marriages.
Yeah. It's like Cross is actually the captain in a lot of ways, but I'm the guy that flies
It's your
the
ship.
Yeah, they don't.
No, that's fine. Yeah, she's like, look, no, if anything like that has to happen, we are going to discuss it with the individuals as well, and we'll have to come to that conclusion.
Yes.
But as of right now,
I kind of hint at what I talked about before. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but like I basically said, like, they're it sounds like they're very valuable test subjects to you, and I imagine there's not a lot of people that are willing to eat the bugs on your crew, given the unknown nature of them. So I think that we can find an arrangement if there's any complications. So please let me know if it gets to that point and you need further testing that is invasive.
will do. Gotcha. She high fives you.
Gives you a little pick on the
Damn,
cheek.
all right. I must have crit on my.
Well, what about the rest of us?
Yeah. So you guys, day 2 comes and goes.
Do they give us any results?
Yes, they do. So you sit down and they.
What have they found unusual?
Well, there is a small growth that has formed in the area that they suspected of.
Oh wow.
It's the bug.
The bug.
Oh,
There's
wow.
a kind of like a discoloration in that part of your brain, for the language
Interesting.
comprehension. So obviously, they are taking your temperatures. They're checking to make sure that nothing out of the ordinary. You don't feel nauseous, anything like that. But they want to keep an eye on it to see if it grows. That's their kind of main focus right now. Is they have a starting point for it, but they want to keep you guys here like another week.
Well,
And then they'll check the size, then see if there's any growth, any spreading.
if they want to keep us in quarantine for a week, or they want to keep us here for a week.
Quarantine, because again, they don't know what this is, so they're playing cautiously with all of this. So how does that make the three of you feel? Is that a game changer?
I don't
for
like,
how you want to be here.
I don't like the idea of a week in quarantine unless they can prove that we're somehow contagious. Like they just let Jedt go.
He
When
doesn't
he was
have
a-
that.
Well, here's the thing: he was around us. If it's contagious, he would have got it.
Yeah,
With a
coming
suit,
out now.
he had a suit on.
Kind of every.
So if we keep our suit on.
Yeah. What if we just keep our suits on?
Sounds like somebody probably needs to make some sort of a roll to convince
I would
them.
love that.
Persuade. I
So-
got persuade.
No, well,
Or do you got persuade?
I'm the one on the outside. So,
And he does have broker.
He's on the outside.
y'all have no agency, right? Because you're like in your rooms.
Whoa.
I have plenty of agency.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
he's kind of right,
You can
but
rage against the machine.
also,
but-
if he's a broker and he's brokering us, that means that we're the supplies.
yep, yeah, you're just currency to me.
We're just currency to them too.
Everyone is currency. Okay, so I'm just kidding. Sociopath. So no,
Space crabs.
Yeah. I love your stream of consciousness. So I check in to.
Someone's gotta.
Yeah, exactly. Lol. All right. So I check in because, like, you know, I make sure, like, hey, can I get on comms? And I check with them like maybe 3 times a day or something like that. Like, how you doing? And making sure they're healthy, and if they're not doing something weird, I'm gathering information, right? So they give me access to that, like have the you know, some kind of okay, cool. So yeah, I check in with them, make sure they're cool, and then I get their feedback of like, okay, it sounds like a week. You're not, sounds like you promised
a week.
The desire, yes. So the desire sounds like y'all want to be able to walk around. I totally understand that, makes sense. So I think maybe I'll try to try to like persuade them to if you keep your masks on, your filters are up to date, and everything's good. Even if they give you a suit, is there a way that y'all can have some agency? Do you want me to advocate for that?
I'll hang out here for a week to let them do their test, but I don't want to hang out for a week in quarantine.
Yeah. Okay, understood.
I mean, seeing results, like Zander would think, okay, there is something weird in my brain. I get it.
Yeah.
Perfectly. But I'm not sitting in this fucking cell for a week.
Cool.
And also, I think that it was kind of implied when we ate the thing that it was going to change our physiology in some way.
I would think so as well.
So as long as we're all feeling okay, I mean, I know that really doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of like being a healthy person, but as long as we're feeling okay,
You're not coughing up blood.
right?
Yeah.
As long as there's no symptoms other than like I can understand other languages.
I'm starting to grow chitin all over
Yeah.
my arms.
Yeah.
In hindsight, y'all, one of you three, and I didn't think of this either, but should have asked, like, hey, what? Now that we can speak your language, like, what do you expect? How does this work, and what do you expect of the? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
maybe give. So maybe I can ask them that, like, hey, do we want to go back and like communicate? Like, if the point of this is to learn about what's happening to these people, maybe we can go back and ask them more information. So I guess kind of I go to what's her name again? I'm so sorry, Sarah. I go to Sarah and I kind of talk about all that stuff. I talk about like, hey, again, like these are valuable. These people helped you, and they can continue to help you. And so like we shouldn't be held in captive if we don't have to. Are you comfortable with like some kind of suit? You know, if you want to, you can handcuff them. Whatever, you can keep. Make sure that
You're not handcuffing me. No,
I mean, is that better than being in a room trapped? I don't know. It's up to you.
I don't think so. I think I'd rather be in a room unhandcuffed.
Okay. I mean, the room's just one giant handcuff. That's
Jet
fair.
doesn't seem at all.
Yeah.
I make no offers to be handcuffed.
I think the whole thing that we're advocating for is like we have been cooperative and we
Absolutely.
do understand the nature of what's going on. So we would like to just have a little bit more freedom while being governed. We understand that we have to be governed, but we would just like a tad bit more freedom.
Okay. What about a ankle restraints?
A modern device.
I mean, the suit probably has a location device.
So does the button.
But I think
think
they're
he
worried about
means
you ripping off.
restraints.
Yeah, they're worried about you ripping off your mask and infecting people, right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to.
Are they?
I mean, yeah, that's why you're quarantined.
They are
Yeah, I
not-
suppose.
You tried to cough in
do
your
they?
face.
Yeah, we had to retcon that because I forgot we had helmets on.
That was still funny though.
And well, I guess that is one thing that we would probably know. Like with the retinue of tests and scans that we have done, is there any indication at all that this is contagious? We know that we
Not
are
yet.
I don't think they know
changed.
that.
Not yet.
Not yet.
They want to. What the thing I'm gathering is they want to monitor whatever's in our brain if it growth or change.
And that's totally
but
understandable.
Your head gonna explode.
To your point, like the same question, have they identified anything that could be contagious?
Any reason that we should remain quarantined and isolated and restrained?
I think their thing is they need to prove that you're not contagious. They don't need to prove that you are.
Fair. I think as our broker, as our advocate,
Sure.
maybe that is something that you could try to.
Massage a little bit. Yeah, sure.
So, all right,
okay, so
so-
I try to get as much rights as I can through persuasion.
All right, so give me a broker roll. This one I'm going to say is going to be a 10 plus.
Okay, fair.
Because
Because I'm.
it's a lot. You're asking a lot.
You're a good broker.
He's a good broker. You do have luck.
I can if I can actually toss it in the box. Okay.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah. So if I use education,
Meesha's face.
yeah. I mean, so I got a 6 on the dice, and I have 2 broker and 2 education. That is a 10.
Okay.
Ooh,
There we go.
damn.
Ooh,
Big.
What's
So-
it like having bonuses? I ain't got
I
shit.
know.
So you talk with Sarah about this, and basically you're just like, you want to let them out and be around. And she's like, well, tell you what, we can let them be on the ship, but we need we need assurance that you're not just going to leave once we get them on the ship.
Okay.
So we're either going to put clamps on your landing claws,
Sure.
so you cannot leave until that time's up,
Mm-hmm.
or we're going to put basically like an override on your ship to keep it here.
Okay.
Put a system on there that you're not, that we keeps you here.
I love that idea. I love where your head's at. Let's head that direction. I would say I need assurances that we can, in an emergency, we can alleviate those. I mean, I'm talking like
Absolutely. If one of those wells comes up, then obviously we will pull. We can do that. But
and
for
I talk
now,
about logistics to make sure, like, hey, what is I will basically.
Sure, but she's like, for now, there's nothing that we see as contagious on their end. Cool. We're fine letting them out if they want to be on the ship. We prefer that if they are in the area around us when they get into the compound, that they are suited up as a precaution. But I'm fine letting them back on your guys' ship.
Cool.
And I think that's fair. We haven't seen anything.
Awesome.
We just want to do one more check on them in a week, make sure it hasn't grown in any size, and then if everything's good, then you are on your way.
Awesome.
I think spending that time on our ship was a huge win. So I think that
big time. Yeah, sounds good. And I say, cool. I really appreciate this, and I think I think you're making the right call here. We're an asset to you, and ultimately, and I talk about, hey, maybe we want to go back and talk to them and ask them the race about this bug and what they expect. So we didn't get those answers. So I'm just kind of throwing out ideas of like, hey, this is the ways we can help you, and so it's kind of the shit sandwich approach of ending with like on a good note, right?
What's the shit part of that though?
Well, the shit in the middle is like me asking like requiring something from her, right?
Well, I mean that's a deal, right? Like,
exactly.
I don't think that's a shit. That's just
yeah.
Well, that's every deal. I think it's a shit sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You got a little bit of good, a little bit of bad,
and then you end with something good again. Yeah.
I thought that was like a strategy for like a review.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Well,
say.
it's for feedback.
It works a lot.
Yeah.
Works in a lot of situations.
Compliment sandwich.
Yeah.
Sure.
You did something good. Thing to improve.
And
good.
a compromise too.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Deals are like a perfect deal is always a compromise where both parties.
Speaking of deals, Chris, I got a deal for you.
Okay.
You said they want us to sit on the ship for a week.
I mean, they're fine letting you out of quarantine, but
they
soon
want
to be on your ship. Yes.
Could we argue for a training week?
A training week.
Oh,
Use that week
My boy.
for some training.
Dep.
Another
Damn.
Gotcha.
of study on. I'm looking at J Drive myself. Just that's what I'm studying.
Sure.
Okay.
But I mean, hey, if you say we got to chill for a week,
I'm 11 weeks into my training, so
It's actually a tally for the listeners. They don't remember. Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, I think that's a good. I like that. Gives
then-
you guys something to do.
hell yeah. I mean, Zander would absolutely agree with like, okay, there is something in my head.
Yeah.
Don't keep me in a box, but I'll hang out for a week,
Yeah.
and I'll wear a suit
do
around you guys.
something.
I'll mask up.
Oh, God, dude. It's just like right below your nose.
But yeah,
That's how it's supposed to wear.
But like, yeah, I do want to use the time
Either
to
one, doesn't it?
continue studying what he's studying.
No, I think it's a good idea. I think
Hell
that's a good, solid compromise.
We like walk past a little convenience store in the ship, and we hear Zander like, "What do you mean I can't shop here? What do you mean I gotta put on one of these fucking masks?"
Yeah. Oh my god.
I thought you were vaxxed. It's fine.
What's even the fucking point if
is
you're wearing a mask and you got a vax?
Yeah.
Which is like backwards.
Don't do anything.
Because y'all have the chip in it. You got the bug. It's like backwards.
We're actually like
Yeah.
definitely trying to get him sick.
Yeah. Exactly.
I love how you all give like stupid voice to that.
Oh well, because it is the
there's-
stupidest fucking voice that's
Yes.
saying it.
Yes. Exactly.
Sorry,
the-
I didn't mean to take
That
my
wasn't
aggression
clear
out
for
on you.
anyone. Yeah.
No,
It
be
is
aggressive. It's
the
okay.
knuckle dragging mongoloids.
Yes,
of the
exactly.
world.
Of just like, dying on a hill so small.
I still think that's my favorite thing Bill Burr's ever done.
What?
When he was shitting on Joe Rogan. It's like, you're not a fucking doctor, you're just the fucking mongoloid with a knuckle drag.
Yeah.
Bill Burr is, God, he's one of the funniest fucking
I didn't
people.
expect him to I didn't expect the pivot he made, and I'm here for it.
Yeah,
What,
yeah,
like-
yeah.
Just like him being like, kill all the fucking billionaires,
Yeah.
all that
Well,
stuff. I was not
it's
ready
good
for
energy.
that.
Yeah, no, it's great though.
So.
That's the thing. I've seen people criticize him, like, oh, he's suddenly like he's not as funny as he used to be. Just like his soapbox. It's like you you never listen to Bill Burr.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
Never,
And that's like, I never
Why do you
did, so
care?
I will be the first to admit,
I
like,
never found the guy funny. I always found him like really tough to listen to, but now I'm like, at least I agree with the shit that he's saying.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, but I mean, he's always been like that.
exactly.
And-
He
but
hasn't
it-
changed.
yeah, exactly.
I love him. He's so
I left him
fucking-
like him shit talking the Catholic Church was always that was probably
What is it? Don't you think the Catholic Church took it a little too far? Yeah.
all right. So what's everybody spending their week training?
J Drive.
Jay, well, we know you.
Yeah.
We got that.
I'm doing biology.
Biology. Okay.
I already started endurance, so I'm just going to continue it. So just montage of push-ups and
Angry,
just angry push-ups, like one arm push-ups, and like
hands covered in shit from
like
flinging her poo everywhere.
stands up. Yeah,
You're just like
exactly.
slipping all over.
Just standing up.
10
like,
reps of shit lifts.
she like stands up her bed, like her cot, and then like uses it for pull-ups and like
Okay.
just endurance, building that up.
You got a lot of faith in those beds to be that sturdy.
Well, she's tested them out.
It's a space bed. It's a future bed.
That's
Oh,
true.
whoa.
Yeah, I did myself. I am a hard person to handle.
It's true.
Yep.
That's what I expect from Toots.
Yep.
What's Jedt, Mr. Coinbitter?
What was an M drive again?
That's
The M drive
navigating
is-
like through when you're
it's
in a
the maneuver drive. It's like the
Gotcha.
in-system
yes.
drive.
Got it.
So
Okay. Yeah, I think I was already training.
when you're pulling
in-
G's, you gotta have that.
Oh damn! I think I was already training in just energy weapons because that's the rifle that I've been using. So I think I
Okay,
just
cool.
go to their gun range. Yeah.
That works. I was looking at travelermaps.com. It is the entire Traveler universe built into a map.
Whoa.
And so you can like click on, they have each system, and you can go into the system and you can click on planets, and then you could pick another planet, and then it will map out how long it will
Nice.
take to jump there. And
This
then
is
depending on your
sick.
J drive, they'll tell you how long it takes, like how many jumps it takes.
Holy
Now,
crap.
obviously, we're dealing with stuff like outside of all of that, but it is a
Dude.
it's a very cool tool. And once we get back into like outside of the Spin Wars March, I'm going to start trying to utilize it more with the planets that are actually existing in the
Nice.
Traveler
I
universe.
like that.
I highly encourage everybody to take a look at this.
It's really cool.
It's like this is a
Wow.
big, extensive
That
map.
reminds me of like
A lot of hexes.
Stellaris or
Yeah,
like
no, it is.
Elite Dangerous or something.
Yeah, because you it's very, very cool. So there was a cool one that you used to be able to actually make your own planets on. Like you could generate your planet, and then it would give it the universal profile, and you could
wow.
save it, and like
That's pretty
you'd
cool.
have it saved there. But the site went down. The guy like got tired of hosting it or whatever. So okay, so we see this week go by. This montage, people reading books, running scenarios with the J drives. We got
Fucking around with it.
we got Jedt Coinbitter with his little VR headset on, popping around corners, shooting guys,
Hell
and
yeah.
progressively getting better.
I love
Like at
it.
first, maybe they'd like hit you in the chest, but now you're like clearing corners, super good, shooting guys.
Love that.
I don't think you're like super hot level yet.
No.
But,
Super hot.
but I think that's what that game is called, right?
Super
Yeah,
hot.
Great game.
it is.
So good.
I want to play it in VR. I've
It's really good in VR.
yeah.
Oh.
I want to. I think I'm gonna pick it up for VR.
Okay.
Super hot.
Oh, it's just called Super.
It's very stylized.
It's like a shooter game, but the whole gimmick is time only moves while you're moving.
Yeah.
So like you can stay there solid and like see the enemies and what they're gonna like shoot or throw at you or whatever, and then you can like move out of the way of it, and then while you're moving, then
cool.
they're doing stuff. It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like
It's
you.
wild.
It's like a new take on a turn base.
Yes.
Kinda like, but
Kinda.
I don't think you start either. You start with a gun,
I think it depends on the level.
Yeah, but
it's
like-
a lot of like you can pick stuff up and throw things.
Yeah.
but you only have like 6 bullets. So you'll shoot your 6 bullets, and once you're done, you throw the gun at people.
Physically with your hand.
And then, like, once you kill somebody, you have to catch their gun if they have one, and then finish off their rounds. It's really
Yeah,
cool. It's like
like-
this whole,
Interesting, huh?
like, it's like Daredevil hallway battles,
That sounds cool.
but like you're not necessarily in a hallway, but it's
Right.
like in lines of enemies. You have to figure out the path.
Okay,
of doing
yeah,
them all.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
really cool.
So it creates it's like
Shooter puzzle game.
Yeah, it
Oh.
creates this like perfect, like amazing choreographed action scene because
Right.
you've tried a couple times because you'll fail,
Yeah.
and then by the end you're like a badass. You're like, and you're like catching a gun, bop, bop,
John
bop,
Wick
and then-
style, man.
Really
Yeah.
cool.
And
It's
the-
very,
cool.
very-
Yeah, the
it
little-
should be super cheap now. It should only be like
Yeah.
$5 or $6.
And the last part of it is the stylization. It's like weird, like low poly, like 3D,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
things just shatter. Like enemies just blow the
Yeah.
fuck up
Okay.
into like a million shards.
I remember I got really into that and Hotline Miami at the same time. So
And then when you clear a level, it's like super hot, super hot. hot, and it just does that until you
Okay.
click the next level.
Okay.
Yeah, very cool.
It's so stylized. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
That sounds
That's
tight.
what games are about. It's true art.
And so we see this week end. You are led back into the medical offices, hooked back up. They put this hot liquid inside of you.
Again.
X gonna give it to you.
Xavier is the guy that administers it.
Let
so
me
yeah.
get a Slurpee
Oh, yeah,
flute.
so-
Am I
yeah.
right, guys?
Stag
Does
it
it
on
involve
top.
munching?
I got on top. Dude, we should get a soundboard,
Yeah,
guys.
we need to, yeah.
Like a radio DJ.
Yeah.
Stack it on top.
Oh, Poppy. Yeah.
Someone's got to be. I can't do all of it. Someone's got to be in charge of that.
Cody
part.
and I can do it.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
got it.
exactly.
We'll buy one.
I mean,
We'll buy
the
one.
Discord should I? Yeah, Discord soundboard. Yeah.
No, I don't think it involves munting. I looked up what munting was, by the way.
Yeah,
So
finally.
I'm
You
in-
did. Good job.
I remember it as a different name, but I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
What other name did you remember it by?
that's why I don't remember.
Oh, wow.
Ah!
Lol.
I don't remember, but I remember when I
He'd
read
heard
the
of the
description,
concept.
I was like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I remember this.
Now I'm so curious, but I also like not knowing.
Don't
It's
say
like,
Same, yeah.
Yeah, keep
We'll
it
figure it out
vague.
someday. Yeah.
I hope you never do.
Yeah.
You guys ever went on Urban Dictionary and just looked up
Oh, yeah.
like the
Uh-huh.
word of the day?
Yeah.
Never?
I used to.
Okay.
I mean,
I remember.
that's why I looked up what munting
I had
is.
I remember I had so many of those back in the day,
Yeah.
like the Angry Pirate and all those, and
Exactly.
then
Yep.
I've forgotten like half of them.
Yeah.
So.
That's what the kids do. It's just the provocative nature of it. Like munting doesn't actually mean anything, but when people think it means that, then it spread like wildfire. And like, sure, yeah, that's what it means.
Did you ever hear what the Charizard was?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, it's hilarious.
Yep. There's Charizard, the Frothy Walrus, all those. Yeah.
For those who are not privy, the
Oh,
Charizard
sorry.
is when you're doing a chick from behind, and then you're just doing a chick. You light her pubes on fire, then you put out the fire with your cum, and then you just say you don't have enough badges to train me.
It's so good, dude. I love it.
Yep.
Oh my god.
The internet is a mistake.
Absolutely.
Hideo Kojima said that.
Absolutely. I agree. What wasn't a mistake was letting them do this scan of you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
So we
Yeah,
see
what's the results?
You guys
I
get
mean,
in, they do the scan.
Do they do tests throughout the week for us, or is it really just
Probably they'll probably come take your blood. Like, I think every day or every 2 days they'll take your blood just to check your levels.
like, okay.
Yeah.
Am I noticing that I'm like slowly going blind? This tumor's
Your hair,
just getting huge.
Your hair's kind of falling out. Like I don't know how much hair Blex. No, I'm
Do
just
I
joking.
suddenly want cat food?
What? What is
Chalk.
that from?
You really want chalk?
Some District 9.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good, hey,
Bronze.
good pull. That was a good.
That's a good
Thank you.
movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Elysium was okay too. But
Never saw that one.
it was bad. It was no District 9, but
Yeah.
no, they all can't be.
Yeah.
So and then the guy made
Yeah,
all those
right.
dope. His small movies were really good, like Firebase and all
Oh,
those.
the short
Yeah.
studio, Oat Studio, or whatever.
Oat Studios were so
I watched about
good.
half of those, and they were fucking
Yeah,
incredible.
really good.
The one with where like an alien race has like taken over Earth, and it does like a couple different scenes across a big swath of time.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's absolutely cool. So, so you guys are called back in. Probably the next day. They want to make sure they take time, go through all the results and everything. You're brought into that first eggshell conference room when you were informed that you were not going to be leaving for a specific period of time. And there is a screen that has been. You want to go hollow screens? Kind of want to do hollow screen.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
I think there's a hollow screen kind of projecting up, and there are 3 brains, like image scans, floating in the center. Each of them is labeled. There's one for Blex. There's one for Toots. There's one for Zander. And they're just kind of rotating slowly in this room. Sarah welcomes you, asks you to sit down, and she begins kind of just like, well, blood test for the week, completely normal. We're not seeing anything particularly bad. The growth in your brain hasn't seemed to have grown in any way, shape, or form. So
Has it diminished at all?
it has not. It has stayed the same. And you see, like, as it's like kind of scanning your thing, they kind of like zoom into your brain, and you see this like tiny little, like, millimeter, 2 millimeter little white speck.
Oh wow.
In your brain.
Nice.
It's a little tiny boy.
Yeah. Precision instrumentation.
And so, yeah, we're in the future. We gotta get more future
Love it.
techy.
Yeah.
And so she's just like, at this point, you haven't had any symptoms. Nobody's had anything bad. So I think at this point, you're free to go.
Woo!
I don't think we have any reason to hold you anymore. I appreciate you guys cooperating with this. I know it was not the funnest thing in the world, but we need to make sure. We need to be safe. And I want to thank you for this breakthrough. Because I think as long as this is something that it's really going to help us with our bug friends here.
Yeah.
As such...
Yeah, did you have anybody eat the bugs yet? Did you have anybody eat the bugs yet?
We have not. We wanted to make sure we had enough testing done before so. And so that is the next step, is to start a trial process. And I'm not going to bore you with the details of all of that.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, that is our plan. We're going to do that. And she's like, who is... Mr. Coinbitter, you are the captain of the ship, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, excellent. And you see she kind of like types something into her computer, just like typey noise. And you see something kind of, you have like a personal communicator. You see something pop up, and she's like, that's a commendation to turn back in to the Prime Dominion. We want to make sure that you guys are rewarded for what you've done here in helping potentially bring this group, this planet, into the fold. And your work, we don't want it to go unnoticed. And so we are recommending that you receive each a 10,000 credit accommodation
Choo-choo.
for what you've done in helping, on top of what you've also been promised part of your contract.
Right.
Obviously, that's dependent on the Prime Dominion, but we've given our reports, our recommendation, and hopefully that will carry something with you. Should you and when you return to Titan. So
that's awesome.
At this point, you have completed your contract. You've delivered the products. You've helped us out. If you wish to stay and help, you're more than welcome to. Other than that, you are free to go. And I appreciate no hard feelings. I appreciate your cooperation in the matter. And thank you very much for everything you've done to help us here on this planet. And she kind of like sits back.
Yeah.
And she's like outside of her suit.
And is she talking just to all of us or just to Jedt?
All of you.
Okay.
He's the captain of the ship, so that's why he got the accommodations.
Sure. Yeah. Oh.
But
Well, anything we could do to help.
so
Yeah, just
glad
like,
to
well,
be of
I got
service.
$40,000.
You guys got a gold star though.
And so,
Good job.
to be
Good
clear,
job.
she just recommends that we be given a 10,000
pizza
credit
party.
bonus each.
I mean, the commendation will go through, but like she doesn't know, like she doesn't know when you're going back there. So it's basically like a piece of paper saying, like, in recognition of your service provided on this planet on date for furthering the Prime Dominion's goal of, unification of the universe, and like list what you did. These deeds bequeath you, or kind of get you 10,000 more credits.
Love it.
Got it.
So
Get that bread.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so at this point, you guys, it's been about 3 weeks. About 3 weeks since you guys have left Sheraton and all of that. You had a week travel to Titan.
A week.
You had a week here. You've been sitting on the planet for a week.
Yeah.
So it's been about 3 weeks of whatnot. And yeah, you've essentially completed what you needed to do here, unless you guys want to stick around some more.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Or you're free
I
to
would
take
love
to the
to get off
stars.
this planet.
Yeah.
This
That's what I
with
assumed.
crazy whale things, like
Hey.
no
Yeah,
thanks, man.
there you go.
Pretty spooky, yeah. I mean, I think there isn't much we could do. Like, we could fart around, like, do more, like, diplomatic stuff and, like, make sure they're good. But, like, ultimately,
That's not your-
they've got it, yeah.
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 I agree. Yeah, no, I'd love to be finished. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
You guys get to your ship.
And a whale bursts up.
Burst.
Yeah.
Knocks it out.
All our hard work.
And get it fired up. Lift off. I'm not going to make you roll for lifting off. There's no real reason. Get through the atmosphere. Get out into space. Get yourself. Just get far out of range of this planet so you don't have to destroy anything when you jump.
I feel like all of us should make fart noise. Like, not this time, but next time, all of us should make the fart noise at the same time to really get the volume of the...
I feel like we should record ourselves farting,
engine.
like making the fart noises, so then I could put create a wave file and just put that as the sound of the ship.
Perfect.
Maybe after this session, we can just give 2 minutes.
Just
of fart
2 minutes of
noise.
fart noise.
Yeah. In the background, there's a little bit of like one of those. Yeah.
Just straining for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, work for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fight a battle.
My ass is bleeding.
Gross.
There it is. All right.
My spoon's too big. My spoon's too big.
Old internet, man.
I saw that on DVD.
Wow.
They have that on DVD.
What the hell?
That's crazy. You're old as fuck, bro.
That is wild.
Jesus.
I only thought that was put on YouTube.
Like, you needed that offline. Like,
Yeah, I knew about it because I remember this guy in Auburn. He ran a coffee shop, and he would do open mic nights. And so before the open mic, he would play a video. So he used to play old Crimson Ghost, things for the Misfits because he's a really big Misfits fan. But one of the things he played was the DVD of those skits. And that's the first time I ever saw it.
Holy shit.
Just a funny hat group, and I was dying laughing.
Tyler,
I need you to give me a astrogation. Who's doing an astrogation check?
So are we going to do the task chain?
We are going to have to, yeah.
So who wants to do astrogation? So none of us have J Drive quite yet.
You're working on it.
I'm working on it.
I have a 1 in astrogation.
I do too.
So do I.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
So anybody, I guess those of you can do it, and I would like to roll
I
the
bet
J
you Blex
Drive.
is into that J drive. You know, that
I don't-
joint drive.
I don't have J Drive.
He
Well,
does.
yeah. Well, I'm working
Zander
on it,
does.
but I have engineer, so I can roll it at a
Yeah.
All right, so someone roll me the astrogation. I believe it was the jump itself is the J Drive one. So it's just a 4+.
It's a task chain astrogation to plot our course, and then J Drive to jump.
Yep.
Does anyone have 2 in astrogation, or just we all have 1? Because I think we got that as part of our package.
Yeah, I have 1 and then a 2 in education. Cool.
Yeah. So it's just going to be it's just a 4+. It's easy. It's going to take 1 minute to do, or sorry, 10 minutes to do. So it'd be with education as well.
Okay.
So who wants to roll astrogation?
So what are all the tasks? It's astrogation. Is there piloting part of this?
Nope.
No, just that and then J Drive.
Oh, okay.
Astrogation,
I'll
then
do,
J Drive.
I'll do astrogation then. So here we go. Yep, I got a 6.
Perfect. So that's going to give Tyler a +1.
Perfect.
So
Almost
make sure I got that.
impossible to fail this.
Well, hold on. Let's make sure.
Hey, J Drive is easy. 4+.
Yeah.
Well, no, remember, it's a minus for all the other stuff too. Last time it was a 0. You had a +0 to do it. So because remember how far you're jumping.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So the task chain, a 1 to 5, I think gives you a +1. I thought it was all.
No, 1 to 5 is a +2.
Cool. So you got a +2.
Okay.
So, right here, where you go. Exceeded with effect 1 to 5 is +2. So there you go. You get a +2 to this. So I think that equaled out to a +0 because you had a -2 to what you were doing here.
All right, so I'm effectively rolling it a no modifier.
Yeah, but it's only it's just a 4+.
All right. Nailed it. 10.
Ooh.
I'm so good at J Drive.
God
Yeah.
damn.
You should have a point in it, but you're getting there.
I'm getting there.
So it takes you about almost an hour to get everything spooled up and ready for this jump as I roll this. Because I like to roll.
Makes sense. I'm still in the learning process with the J Drive.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with the systems, but I'm not an expert.
You've been training on it. And so we see you guys. Just whatever we.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, we did a couple, yeah.
Yeah, as you pop into space here. And you guys have yet another week of travel. Where are you guys plotting your course to? Are you going back to Titan?
So we should go back to Titan, I think. I mean, if I remember correctly, it made it sound like they had some jobs for us.
Yeah.
Some employment for us and to finish out our term, basically.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have anything else going on.
I feel like we need to, work that same... Like, right now, we had 2 very successful missions where we really helped. And so, politically, it feels like it behooves us to to hit that home with the same dude. You know,
That works.
Well, I'm going to spend this week in jump time training on the J drive.
Okay,
Hey,
cool.
Same.
So you guys are halfway now. It's been 4 weeks. You're
Yep.
halfway to upgrading your skill. Everyone doing the same one, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you can only have 2 going at the same time or something.
I don't know if you can even have more than one.
I think you can. I think maybe it depends on your intellect level or something like that.
Maybe, yeah.
But
Is there a limit? Like, can you raise any number to any number using this level?
I believe there is a limit.
There is a limit, and it's. I want to say it's intellect or something.
You can only have so many skill points equal to like your intelligence level times 7 or something
like that. So, but you can get to 0 in any number of things you want. But any above that, there is a limit.
Yeah.
And getting to 0 from nothing would take still, what was it?
4.
8 weeks?
8
or
weeks.
4?
8 weeks.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. So, cool. We see you guys pop out into the area surrounding Titan. You're able to navigate fairly easy onto the planet. We see you find a docking bay of sorts. Maybe the same one you did last time, I'm assuming. Give me that landing roll there, Cody. See how well you do here.
I believe in you.
I believe. All right, not bad. Pilot. Is it just pilot, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be an 8.
Perfect. So you land this bad boy. We see you guys, where are you guys are going to stay on the ship, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it needs to go in for maintenance, so they can work on it while we're.
There you go.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to stay on? Are you guys going to get probably not going to get a hotel room? You're going to stay on the ship itself.
Yeah, I'd stay on the ship for sure.
If I'm paying rent.
Yeah.
So we see you guys call the Prime Dominion Consulate. You set up an appointment to meet with our dear friend, whose name I'm blanking on right now.
Right.
Chesapeake Bay.
What?
I don't know.
No, it was. What do we got here? Cluzark, Director Cluzark.
That's right.
So you call Mr. Mord Fustang, set up an appointment.
Yes, Mord Fustang.
You're able to set one up for the next day. He's busy today with some other appointments. And you guys pretty much have the rest of the day to do what you want. And we'll figure out what that is next session. Okay.
Just a slight topic change.
Okay.
I saw Deftones in the Mars Volta the other day.
Nice.
Dude, one of my friends was at that show, and he was telling me about it, and I was like, "Are you? You went to see the Mars Volta, and you didn't fucking say anything?"
I
but
think
also
everybody hated the Mars Volta.
Probably.
I was going to say he also told me that you didn't miss much because they only played their new album.
That person. Okay, so I fully understand. My friends have been trying to get me into the Mars Volta since I was in 8th grade. I have never listened to them. I got into them for this concert.
Okay.
Because I'm an At the Drive-In fan. And so, I mean, for you guys, At the Drive-In was a band in the early 2000s. Then they split up.
One Arm Scissor. You probably heard that song.
Nope.
No.
You
guarantee
would
you've heard the
recognize
song,
it
probably.
if you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trust you guys.
And then a couple of them made this band called the Mars Volta, who put out a bunch of albums. And apparently they have an album coming out in April. But that was tight for me because I got into them for this concert. So for them to play all their new shit, I was like, that sounds good to me.
That's
I don't
good for
give a
you.
Fuck. But I guess Deftones is really big on TikTok now.
Are they?
It was
What?
full of kids.
That is exactly what
It was
my
full of kids.
Aaron, he said the same thing.
Yes.
He said the whole row in front of them was
Children.
Not young
15,
teenagers.
16, 12, 13,
What
14.
the hell?
Yes.
I was like, what the?
All in
what?
their best fits, you guys, I've never seen so many Jinko jeans in one space.
Wait, are
on
Jinko's coming back?
Kids,
Bro.
on little kids.
You didn't go to new metal shows back in the 2000s.
Dude, it was Climate Pledge Arena.
Oh yeah, no, I
What
saw
do you, like,
I saw Korn there
So
before
does
it was
this-
Climate Pledge.
Does this give you faith though in humanity? Like
No.
the next generation is listening
musically,
to
yes.
Yeah.
Musically, I'm like, if they can figure it out early enough. Fashion-wise, I'm like, I'm always going to be behind, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just
Yeah,
never
that-
going to...
I went to Follow the
Accept
Leader at Korn when they did the Follow Leader Family Values tour and all that stuff there. Oh yeah, Jinko
Dude.
jeans, everything.
But
ball
it's
chain necklaces.
like little, like 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like, I would understand if it's like
Like,
people our age.
I mean,
who
I
are,
was
like,
only
really
like
living
14.
that.
I was like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris, it is 2025, brother. It's not the same. Like,
Shit,
what
no,
we're
that shit
comparing is not
recycles.
this.
Okay,
These
honest
bands
question
are like
though.
twice as old as these kids.
Where are your parents?
Honest question.
Exactly. Like,
I have like kid blindness where I have no idea what the fuck that age is. Like your kids, if I didn't know, if I wasn't like your friend before they were even born, Chris, I'd be like, wait, are they like 16 or 32? I don't know. So is there a possibility you have like kid age blindness? Because I know I do.
No, Jake lives with a kid, man.
yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't. Yeah. Because, like, I was like, dude, these, like
That's wild though.
at a concert, I would kind of feel comfortable, especially Deftones, with like lighting a joint in like GA and like
Yeah,
passing it around.
right.
I would not have done that. Like, it was, the
That's
crowd was
'cause
like
you go to jail.
so young. Yeah, exactly.
Holy
Did they
shit.
play good? Did they play like a lot of good stuff?
It was a pretty solid set list.
Okay.
Yeah, they played pretty much like one or two songs from every album, which
Nice,
was sick.
okay.
It was like a pretty heavy start to the set list and then pretty chill and then heavy towards the end.
Because I haven't seen Deftones live since White Pony tour and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I hated White Pony, and so I liked when they
is
played the other
wild
stuff.
to
I
me.
know.
Yeah.
I know. So
They did play two. They finished with Bored and 7 Words from Adrenaline.
Diamond
So
Eyes is my
sick.
favorite album of theirs. I think.
Okay,
I think
yeah.
that's my favorite.
Yeah, they played
now
a
that-
few Diamond
I've-
Eyes tracks.
because I've gone back and listened to everything after. I've listened to White Pony again too, like trying to get into it, and I still haven't got over my mental block.
How do you feel about the new stuff?
I like it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like it.
They did play, not like, I would say it was like 60-40, 40% new stuff.
Nice.
It was sick, yeah.
I bought tickets to the Wu-Tang Clan and Run the Jewels,
Nice.
and I'm going to feel really out of place there, but I'm going to be very excited.
Yeah.
Dude, I
That's
bet
awesome.
there's going to be a lot of people who look like you.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's just like I haven't been to a rap concert since Up and Smoke tour,
Whoa.
2001.
Yeah.
What?
That's
I honestly-
pre-baby daddy.
I wouldn't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah.
I
True.
wouldn't know. Yeah.
Bobby style.
Yeah. So
Prepare for a bunch of 12-year-olds.
Yeah, no, I'm stoked. I'm because it's Wu-Tang's last time touring, and I've never seen Run the Jewels. Last time I had tickets to go see Run the Jewels, I ended up not being able to make it. So
Who tours with Wu-Tang these days?
Run the
Run
Jewels.
the jewels.
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, who's in the group?
Yeah, so
I
like,
think it's
which members of Wu-Tang have agreed to be on
I'm
this
going to
tour?
assume it's everybody but ODB because he's not there. So I'll have to take a look.
I
But
think like Method Man said he wasn't going to be on one of their tours.
yeah, I mean, as long as Raekwon's always been my favorite, so as long as Raekwon's
Yeah,
there,
dude.
like that's all I really care about seeing.
Like
Capadonna will be cool to see, but
him and Ghostface.
Yeah.
Like Ray and Ghostface, I feel like.
right. So if those two are there, I'm going to be happy. But
like Jizza also would be great to see.
yeah, so I'm just going to be happy who's over there. But if Raekwon's there, he's always been my favorite. So
Wasn't there a Wu-Tang guy that was in like a kung fu movie?
RZA.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's
He
the
did
guy
Man
who
with the Iron
founded.
Fists.
Yeah.
Yeah, he founded the Wu-Tang Clan.
The best part of that movie is they're in like feudal China.
Yeah.
And he like takes off his shirt and he has like a huge Wu-Tang Clan tattoo on his chest. That's awesome.
Right.
Is that the one with
He's like, don't cover it up.
Yeah.
where Dave Bautista's like the gold guy?
I
that the
don't
one?
remember. It's been so long since I've seen it, but
idea.
I was just like, what is that film? I'm
Okay.
sure if I Googled it, I
Yeah.
would have been able to find it. Or ask ChatGPT.
Just hallucinate all over.
I hate now that when
I
I
will
ask
never touch
Google
the
stuff, they like
hallucination machine.
they give me the AI stuff. I'm
Dude,
like,
it's so annoying.
I wish I could turn that off.
Yeah.
Wait,
I-
does it give you the what AI stuff?
If you type in anything in Google, it will give you AI
yeah.
generated responses before it gives you
AI
actual information.
AI overview.
I mean, most
right
of the
at
time,
top.
it's more accurate than the 5
Yeah.
sponsored links you'd get first.
I will
I
never
agree.
trust a hallucination machine. Never.
Well, you should never trust it. You should
Yeah.
always
trust
second
but
guess
verify.
it.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, don't trust.
or
Just
that.
verify.
That's
Just
fine.
verify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run it to
Like
the ground.
Yeah, like
That's one option to not have it.
It's just more efficient. Like,
I'm gonna turn into Johnny Silverhands.
I don't want to be on recording saying that because they're gonna hear.
Right? Yeah. I for one
come for me, AI.
I welcome my machine gods.
I'm not with this guy.
Like honestly, ChatGPT for anything that's non-trivial has become my Google now. Like,
wow.
Because it's just Google.
May all your searches be poisoned.
They're not though. Yeah, they're not now, and they definitely won't get worse in the future.
This is genuinely like Doom.
Yeah,
like,
yes.
It's crazy. It's a crazy
want to excel 10,000 years in the future and just see how this conversation turns out. Because one of us is going to win.
Yeah, Reddit comment exclamation point remind me 2,000 years. But seriously though, like there's this thing that people have noticed, which is like in the last 2 years, Google's efficacy has gone down dramatically.
I think it's been longer than 2 years.
It may be, but it's basically like, and I don't know why that is. Maybe it's the sponsor thing, but maybe it's people gaming the search engine optimization.
Probably both.
I think that's where it started. Yeah, for sure. Because it's less of getting the right result. It's like more of getting the thing that's going to get to the top of the search algorithm.
Exactly,
and that just poisons itself all the time.
I'm sure that they had a protection, like a guardrail against that, to be like, no, we want our searches to be good because that's like our whole shtick.
But then money got involved.
And money got involved, exactly. And so like in the absence of that, in lieu of that, like now ChatGPT is able to be way more. I mean, that's exactly what it's good for. It's an LLM, right? Like it having a very complex matrix of what word comes next. It's I heard someone say spicy autocorrect, which is
I mean. That's not wrong.
It's not wrong. But it's way better at finding the information you're looking for, other than those hallucinations like spoilers, which are fucking random as fuck. Anyways, a topic switch. I just want to say Overwatch 2. I know that you don't play Overwatch. I know.
Sure don't.
No segue. Segues are weird. Like it has a new facet system now.
Okay.
Where you essentially pick, like, it never had any, like, progression as a system now. Like, it was like your character is always the same, right? You have the same abilities the entire match, right? They basically, in lieu of, I think, Rivals probably in Deadlock.
I'm assuming that probably forced their hand.
Exactly. Like, and they probably knew Rivals and Deadlock were coming out, years ago. And so they started developing this perk system. It's very simple, but it is massively amazing. And I already played Overwatch 2, and I'm loving the new system. Like, you basically pick 2 perks twice in the match. As you the better you do, you like level up essentially twice. You only level up twice, and then you get to pick one of 2 perks, and they're pretty damn like creative. Like some of them are meh, and so like they probably got to tune a little bit. But like one of them for example Zenyatta, like you can heal the person that you're damaging when you have your anyways. I don't know if you don't know anything, but they're really cool, and I'm really liking it. Yeah. So like
I used to play a shitload of Overwatch 1.
Okay, you sure did,
and you should. But honestly, I'm playing more these days. So if you want to play with me, I invite you again.
I will never go back to the Evil Empire Blizzard.
Okay.
They burned too much goodwill with me.
Throw it up. Throw it up.
Dude. So
all of the people who are problematic are gone now.
Me.
No. Here, that's not my problem. My problem is this is a generational bag fumble. Like Blizzard had the hero shooter, the absolute cornered the market. Right. It was amazing. Mm-hmm. It was like as close to perfect as a multiplayer game could get.
Yeah.
In terms of just, it's got everything. There's some character for everybody. It's really well balanced. Mm-hmm. And then they were like, Overwatch 2 is going to be this new thing. And then they just chipped away at what Overwatch 2 was going to be until it came out, and it's fucking garbage.
Oh, it's real.
Like, I don't care how many years later, like, well, they made it better, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't want a No Man's Sky thing. Yeah, like, I don't want to see.
That was the general fandom.
Yeah. It's just too much goodwill lost. And I will never put money or time into that.
You seem very scorned.
Yeah. Everyone Google sunk cost fallacy.
I wanted to get that across.
I mean, everyone who made the bad decisions is gone now. That's how the game industry even works. Is like, especially having worked at Bungie, like everyone who made the game good originally, and then everyone who made it bad are now gone. Basically,
do you feel like they've replaced? Do you feel like they've replaced those people with people who are actually good, or just as bad, or the same?
I think it's like a constant struggle, but there's always that golden age, which is funny because there literally was a golden age in Destiny. Lore, that people do have 10-hour lore videos, right? Like our lore is amazing. Anyways,
didn't they lose footage and they had to use fan videos to recreate lore for Destiny 2?
Oh, that was a recent thing, right?
Yeah, I was saying that
Yes.
happened like a week or two ago.
Yeah. I don't work at Bungie anymore, so I can't speak to that.
Now
But
it doesn't
yes,
work for
that
Bungie.
sounds right. Yeah. Anyways,
There you go.
that's my end of my shtick there.